All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do rule well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and the Lord's will this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. The Wadi Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, that's one hell of a bet. All right. And let me actually change that. That's one hell of a bet. Okay. And I also got to give you the definition of that's one hell of a bet. But let me check the audio real quick. All right. Just wanted to make sure that we are good. Shalom, 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 my brothers. All right. So just want to check the audio. I'm not going to make this lesson too long. As of late, there's been a demon on my Wi-Fi. All right. And it just cuts out. So I don't want to get too long-winded with this lesson. But let me share this real quick with you. So where did I look up? Where are we at here? Right here. So I looked up the term that's one hell of a bet. And look, AI is doing its job. It says that's one hell of a bet is a informal phrase that uses the expression one hell of a bet to emphasize that a bet is very good. All right. Or what? Very important to emphasize, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I want to share this with you. Okay. And for my brothers out there, the fellow watchmen, which let's actually get that real quick, Ezekiel 3, because, we are just programmed to watch. Okay. It's not of our doing. It's Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. We don't spend our free time just being in the flesh and looking at ass and no, bro. Okay. Barakatah Yahweh Shemel Shai for putting on our spirit to watch. So a lot of times I'll just Google keywords. All right. And I recommend for you brothers to do that as well. This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee. Okay. We're made. All right. Adon Ratazah, we are made men. I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When you go into this word warning, it also goes into like shedding light. So we're shedding light on dark situations. Okay. And Babylon is the valley of dark situations. And, we have to continue to thank Yahweh Shemel Shai for giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding because everyone else is through. Okay. And I want to do a lesson pertaining to people, vainness, and this system. All right. But before I keep going into that, so, all right, let me show you what I did. So what I'll do, I'll just put like this in. All right. And I don't know how long I want to actually keep this up, but I'll put certain things in, I'll just look things up, put 2025 in because no man knows the time, hour, or day. So I had put this in. And as you see, this long bets came up, which X is the Greek numeral for 600. Okay, I looked that up. So that's also in Revelations 13, Chi, Psi, Stigma. So that's spiritual in itself. So let's go into this. All right, that's one hell of a bet. So there's this long bet website. I never knew about it. I just put, basically CHIP 2025 to see what will pop up. And this popped up. It says the Arena for Accountability Predictions. Okay, and I like that word prediction right there. And what I want to do is I want to show you the definition for prophecy. Okay, let's put prophecy. Let me see, prophecy definition. Okay, let me show you that real quick. Let's go over here. All right, it says a prophecy is a prediction. So people are predicting things. Okay, a prophecy is a prediction or foretelling of what is to come or something that is declared by a prophet. Okay, so when you go into this, they are making bets. They are making bets on what they're predicting for the future. Okay, and this bet has been going on for 22 years and counting. All right, so he placed a bet. Douglas C. Hughes placed a bet in 2003, and in 2003, look, 3 months and one week remaining. So there's 3 months and 1 week left until 2025, brothers. This year has flown by. And within this year, so much has been happening. All right. But anyways, so he bet, okay, 22 years ago that by 2025, at least 50% of Babylonian citizens residing within Babylon will have some form of tech in their bodies for tracking. That's one hell of a bet, man. Okay, now no one knows the time, hour, or day, but that, if you ask me personally, that's a pretty good prediction. But what I ask is, where did he get this information to place this kind of bet from? See that? So even this guy has more sense than IUIC. Okay, so let's read a little bit into it. It says, tech is a wonderful thing. So is freedom. And that's what Babylon has based its whole conception off, is freedom. But are you free in Babylon? No, you're not. Okay, you are not free. All right. You are in bondage in Babylon. This is why the scriptures say we are in prison houses. I think it's Isaiah 42. Let me look that up real quick. Let's go over here. Just comes to mind. I was looking all this up. So I like to do that. I just like to research what's going on. These people robbed and spoiled. Okay. Now Isaiah 42. So let's go to Isaiah 42 and 22. Now, I know other t-shirt fringe Israelites, and I use that statement a lot because, I'm not saying it in a proud or boasting manner, but they're not being used. They're just being used for surface level entry Israelites. But a lot of them use this scripture when they're talking to Jake to try to say how we're locked up in literal prisons. No. Babylon is a prison. Each city is a prison. Each borough, each hood, each street, each house is a prison. Okay, you are in a prison house right now. Okay, the house that you have, you are imprisoned here. Okay, police patrolling, taxes, rent, bills, subject to payments. This entire place is you're snared in holes and in prisons. Let's read it. But this is a people robbed and spoiled, talking about us. They are all, they are all of them snared in holes, and we're snared in holes of debt, snared in holes of unrighteous decrees, snares in holes of subject to payments. They are hid in prison houses. Now, this isn't just talking about literal prison, but are we locked up in jails and prisons? Yes, but Babylon itself is a jailhouse for us. It's a house of a thief. Okay, and we are locked up in it. Do you know you cannot leave Babylon without a passport? And everything that I'm saying is going to be full circle. Can you leave the U.S. without a passport? Let's see. No. So there you go. Okay, so you want to talk about being in mother effing prison? You can't even leave Babylon without a passport. See that? So why am I bringing this up? Because this prediction that Douglas has made is an actual good one. Now, am I saying in 2025 it's going to happen? No, I'm not. But that's a very good bet. And shit, I joined that bet too, because I'm betting on prophecy. That's what I was originally going to title it, Bet on Prophecy. Okay. But anyways, going back, it says they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey. Doesn't it say he hideth in lurking places? It says, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. That's us in these conditions. These ghettos is a prison house, okay? There's a term that Jake says, making it out the hood. I made it out. Made it out of what, bro? You were just on Culver Street. What'd you make it out of? Yeah, I made it out of C Block, So this prison house is referring to us in our current position in Babylon in a whole, not just a literal prison or a jail, okay? But within that, this prediction, which is also prophecy, that's ultimately what it's going to lead to. One thing that I noticed with these other Israelite camps outside of Great Millstone, and this is why I just refer to them as t-shirt fringe Israelite camps, is they don't wrap their head around the understanding of what the impact of this prophecy is going to bring to society. Okay, when the MOTB is instituted, all right, society is going to change, just like when you saw in 2020. That was a prison house in itself. Okay, you had to stand 6 feet apart. You had to stand like this. You had to go like this. You had to move like that. You had to stop like this. You had to hold like this. Everything. Okay, and that was actually a military drill. All right, if you have anybody that's ever been in the military, which we had a brother who used to be, he was telling us we were waiting outside a Benjamite spot, and it was all these Jakes lined up. We all had to stand there, single file, waiting to get some damn oxtail or whatever, whatever, jerk chicken. And he said, this is a military drill. All right. So you can see how they are going to pretty much herd these people. And since I said that, There was something else I was looking up earlier right here. Now, I did a lesson on this about 8 months to a year ago. It's a really good article right here. I'll actually share it with you. But pretty much there's this this guy, Eli Power. Eli, he was breaking down, I'm going to share it with you. He was breaking down how basically society has been cultivated into a how you handle people, or excuse me, how you handle animals. Okay, see, look at the sheep. That's Jake. All right. It's so check this out. It says anyone who has studied the history of plantation slavery understands that the management of the modern laboring classes was modeled on the management of animals. And one thing that you do with animals is you track them. So let's go into that real quick. Okay, let's go here. All right. Man, I got to be careful what I'm saying. All right, let me do this. There you go. Most veterinary clinics have C-hip scanners, and your veterinarian can scan your new pet for a C-hip when you take your pet. Boom. So if they're doing this to animals, and then they model society after how you would handle animals, then what do you think they're going to do with the people that they're treating like animals? They're going to do the same thing that they do to animals. See that? You see that? Okay. So prophecy is right in front of our face right now. All right. So let me go back into this, just giving you a lot of information. There's times where I just get a lot of information and I like to just feed the sheep. Okay. All right. So it says, let's read it one more time. By 2025, at least 50% of all Babylonian citizens residing within Babylon, which you can't leave Babylon unless you have a passport bros, will have some form of tech embedded in their bodies. And what is this? Does not the Bible tell us this? Revelations 13 completely goes right into this. Okay. And he causes all, you see? See that? He causes all, just like how he's modeled society after how you would handle farm animals. This is why a great culling is getting ready to take place, because in Jacob's trouble, which we are in the midst, the beginning, which let me actually get that statement. This is why this is the beginning of sorrows. All right. If you look around, if you actually take a synopsis, okay, of current events, the way society is right now, okay, you can see this. This is Matthew 24:8, red letter. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we are literally in the cusp of Jacob's trouble. We are in the beginning stages of the trouble that is getting ready to increase on a level that we've never seen before. So there's going to be a lot of order that is going to have to take place to hinder, quote unquote, this chaos. If you catch my drift, the order out of chaos. So everything is actually falling right in line, and it's perfectly being placed right within the election as well. So there's a lot of scenarios that we're waiting to see play out, but it's all going to lead back to prophecy. So when you actually look at the MOTB and the prophetic aspect of it, you have to wrap your mind's eye around why he is going to do that. So then you start understanding it's about control, okay? Just like an animal, all right? They need to control them. They need to track them. They need to keep them in order, all right? Keep them in line. See that? Lock them in, all right? Control where they go, where they move, how many you have of them, okay? So I want to read a little bit more into this. It says one obvious example is racial classification. So you understand why it's called Jacob's trouble. See, there is a biblical nationality, all right, of people that are chosen that are here today in Babylon, i.e. us, and we will be targeted numero uno. And another thing, I was watching the movie Civil War the other night, and it comes to mind the scene when the Edomites said, "What kind of American are you?" And the reason why I'm saying that is because when the trouble does go down, how is Esau going to differentiate a Babylonian Jake from a illegal immigrant Jake? See that? So everyone is going to be targeted. And then what is he going to do for you? Not you, brothers or sisters, but you in general, you Jakes here in Babylon. What is he going to do for you to solidify that you are just a free-born American citizen? There's going to be certain requirements that you're going to have to do, i.e. the chip. All right. And it says another is the, micro techniques of the labor process, forms of discipline, cleanliness, deference with a blah, blah, blah. Let me keep going on. With the legal abolishing of slavery, the problems of managing herds shifted. Under slavery, the masters had an interest in maintaining the health and even longevity of the slaves, who were their main form of property. So what is Esau going to do? Let's back up. We don't want We don't want them to see what we're looking at. So, like I said, read this article. It's a really good article, and it's basically breaking down how Esau manages people in modern time today. And what's a good example? Well, immediately makes me think of the image. And then if you ever leave in the morning for work, like here in New York, I'm in upstate New York, you have something called rush hour. Okay, like I have to leave like by 7:35. If I leave at 7:40, I'm in complete jam-packed bumper-to-bumper traffic. But if I leave 3 minutes before that, I may be able to miss it. But that's the point. Everyone's being herded right now. It's not just Jake. It's the average people. Okay, so when this prophecy comes to pass, you're going to see people be treated animal-like. So now let's go back into this initial article right here. All right, a long bet, countable predictions, which prediction goes into prophecy. Very good prediction, which reminds me of Joel 2. They shall prophesize. It says, let's see where we want to start here. It says, tech is a wonderful thing, so is freedom. In many circumstances, there are mutual exclusive concept. Ironically, many advances have been made in the name of freedom. Cryptography, wireless networking, miniaturizing of IC, biotechnologies, perpetuating energy sources, blah, blah, blah. A lot of word salad. It says all developed to some extent in an effort to afford us greater freedoms through the applications of technology. Exactly. So all these advancements are for the convenience of the creature. But what you don't understand is this is a collarization. Okay, the creature is getting ready to get a digital collar put upon them. Okay, and this is going to be through Esau. And let me get this oldie but goldie, Isaiah 10, and he's going to write it in law. You have to understand that there isn't going to be something in the near future that he's just doing at his own will. He is bound by law. He is bound by contract. He is bound by legalities. Okay, Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. So they're getting ready to decree a very unrighteous decree. Now, what I want to say, there it is. Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees. See that? So he's getting ready to institute legally prophecy. Prophecy is getting ready to be legalized. That's the title right there. Prophecy is getting ready to be legalized, because you have to understand, for the MOTB to take place, there's certain things that have to be pushed on a societal level, okay? And people have to be wanting it or needing it. This is why we watch the dollar. This is why we're paying attention to contactless payments, things of that nature. So let's go back. Let's see what else he's going into. I don't really want this. I'm kind of just looking to see what he's got. So this is his explanation for this prediction, which he might be an insider, because this is one hell of a bet. Okay, this ain't just some an average American 22 years ago ain't gonna say, I bet by 2025 people will have no. This guy's probably an insider, man. Okay, and this is how the elites work too. All right, they work through it's called the method by revelation, where basically Esau has to tell you what he's going to do, but if you don't act on it, that's your fault. It's kind of like a humiliation ritual, if you will. So now let's go back down into this. Let's see what else he's got to say. All right. What did Elder Pastor Hart say? We're analyzing. Okay. It says it began with systems such as LoJack, vehicle recovery. As technology improved, smaller tracking devices began to be blah, blah, blah in pets. See? What did we just look up? Culling the herd. See that? See how all this is tying in? All right. It's all tying in, brothers. It says Applied Digital Solutions, Inc. formed a partnership with Princeton University in the New Jersey Institute of Technology to design a miniature Charagma digital transceiver that can send and receive data, monitor body function, store information, and utilize GPS tracking. This is the MOTB. Within a decade or so, a device small enough and efficient enough to be permanently put in a body, to put on a brand a body, okay? It says that provides this. Let me actually say this, because immediately my mind went to all, okay? I think it's AULL. Let me see. I think it's all. I might be mispronouncing it, but when a servant wants to serve his master forever, Let's put that in when a servant, and then put pierce ear, KJV. It's also on the doorway. Yep. Why did bond slaves have their ear pierced? So this is a form. Okay, there it is. All AWL. This is a form, okay, of Esau having everyone comply to servitude to him. Okay, so this prophecy that's getting ready to come to pass. Esau is attempting to have the world serve him and not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You have to understand the level of evil that Esau Edom is going to fulfill a agenda. All right, and his whole plan and ploy to get his birthright back is through the left-hand side. So in the law, you would pierce your ear, then that would solidify you as a servant to your master. So now he wants to pierce your hand or head, and that would institute your servitude to him, and he would be complete control over you. You see that? So this is truly the epitome of good is set against evil. But I'll read this precept since I brought it up, which we've heard our elders in the past talk about a digital awl. See? So NIV, then take an awl and push it through his earlobe into the door, and he will become your servant for life. Do the same for your female master. Wait a minute. Male and female? Revelations 13. What's it say? He called this all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. Man, woman, and child. Small meaning child, great meaning adult, rich, upper, middle, lower class, free, jail. See that? So he's getting ready to force the world into a digital servitude to him. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see what else we want here. It says this technology exists. Right. This technology exists. So why do T-shirt fringe Israelites act like when this question is asked to them pertaining to the mark, like there's no way it could be a C-hip? You know, you got to things that make you say, that's weird. I'm going to you because you're standing on the street with authority with the Bible. There's scriptures in the Bible that talk about, you know, something coming in the end days. There's an enterprise talking about in the book of Job that the crafty counsel in Psalms 83 is going to take place. In Revelations 3, it says there's an hour of temptation and he's going to cause all to do what? Scratch my head. I'm asking. Inquiring minds want to know. But then they tell you that it's not a C-hip. So what's going to happen in the day that this prophecy is revealed? Okay, that's going to shake up the Israelite community on a level you've never seen. Okay, you thought Jake was tripping when Kyrie Irving posted about Hebrews and Negroes? Oh, no. Oh, this is going to shake it up, man. This is going to shake it up good. So let's go back to this bet. Says fear is highly motivating. Societies perform virtually unthinkable acts out of fear. It will begin with people electing to have others, parents afraid for safety of their children will have them, look at this, abductions. And that's another thing that's been going on right now too, with children missing out of nowhere. I've seen so many missing flyers. I'm like, what the hell's all these people missing from? They're taking them. All right. More evil motives during those teen years, which actually there is a TV show. Is it Black Mirror? But I think it's called like Archangel. Let me put this in. Black Mirror. Arc. Yes. The body about Shemer Shai right here. Okay. And guess what? Guess what? See, I need to be careful because I don't want them to clip this video. I'm giving y'all a lot of information. But yeah, she gets her baby marked. Okay. And then she could see through her child's eyes, see what she's doing, see all the things so it's all about control at the end of the day. And you're going to find out that majority of these T-shirt fringe Israelites are false prophets and false shepherds because the information is here. Okay. It's been acted in law. All right. And just the same way how the scriptures say silly woman laden with iniquity. Well, guess what? Esau has that same tactic too. And this is why Yahushua said, ye of your father, the devil. Okay. Because what they're going to do is when they enact this law, guess who they're going to target? Women and children. And women being the weaker vessel and children being impressionable are going to consent. It's all about consenting. Okay, that's what Esau needs. He needs you to consent to Satan. All right, I sound like a Christian. That's funny, but it's true. I mean, he really worships the devil. He's the devil. He's Satan in the flesh. But this guy really does satanic sacrifices. Okay, This is real life. Isaiah 10:2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows, what's a modern day widow? A modern day widow, if you will, is like a single mother, okay? Now, technically, a widow is a woman whose husband has died, but we live in an adulterous generation. That widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. There you go. So a lot of our people are going to be sacrificed to this prophecy. All right. So let's just look a little more up. He's pretty much breaking down. I see this word time and time again. So even 22 years ago, this was a very popular technology. So how much more now? Okay. You see Elon. All right. So let me see. It says from here, it is simple, a chronological issue. How long will it take for 50% of the population of the United States to receive it? Technology is a wonderful thing. So is freedom. Details term. This bet states that by the year 2025, which is in 3 months and 1 week, 50% of all citizens of Babylon living within the 50 states, as determined by some relevant census information, will have some form of tech that is either put in or used to modify a person such that they can be tracked, located, or identified solely based on technology along within whatever, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. Look at that. This bet was placed 22 years ago. Okay. How many of us were in the truth 22 years ago? Okay. See what else he's got in here. Oh, since my prediction indicates that a number of persons with such embedded tech will have this voluntarily. Ooh, the tech itself does not necessarily have to be impervious to attempts to disable it. While I believe the majority of the tech used will be in fact a tamper resistant, the voluntary implantations do not need to be. Damn. Oh, and they got people commenting. Let's see what they said. You guys, oh, look at that. Look at that 2 years ago. Look at this. You guys don't lie. Look at that. See, I didn't even know none of this. You guys don't take the MOTB for your own understanding. Oh, wow. Look at that. So it's all in our face. It's all in our face. It's here, man. I got to get a Habakkuk. We have to. We have to get Habakkuk too. This is what it's all about. This is where we're at. We're at a very exciting time in this truth, man. Okay, because you'll have stages in this truth where you feel you got to catch up. You feel you got to this. You feel you got to do that. Then you get to a certain pace. Okay, you get to a certain pace in this truth because remember, it's not given to the swift. So we get to a certain pace, and now it's expectation. It's what's going to happen today. What's going to happen tomorrow. This is where we're at right now. Okay. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Let's try it in a different translation. Let's try it in a different translation. For the vision, for the revelation. Yeah, okay. So we'll just go right here. LSB. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. It pants towards its end and will not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. For it will certainly come. It will not delay. So we are literally like, let me give you a good example. So if you haven't been living under a rock, think about 2 days ago, Amalek, Hezbollah, all that's been in the news. But notice how it was quiet for a while. Then, bam, all of a sudden, back-to-back article, back-to-back notification, back-to-back. This is how prophecy plays out. But we are well aware of prophecy, so we are waiting for the unexpected. We are expecting the unexpected. The only difference is we can't give you the exact time, hour, or day, but the destruction is broken down into exact time, hour, and day, but we don't know when the prophecy of the MOTB will be time, hour, day fulfilled. But are we near? Absolutely. And so much that people are betting on it. This guy's betting on prophecy, man. This guy's betting on prophecy. He ain't even an Israelite. So what's that say for these other camps, man? See, I'm starting to get a little upset, but it is what it is. Look, they're breaking down how it's going to play out. See that? Let's see, not a loss of freedom. The voluntary stages have begun. In Mexico, I picked this off of AP. Ooh, look at this. Look at this information. Wow. Look at that. See? And then remember, what was it? Wisconsin, 3 Square Market, when they had a tipping party. You catch my drift? Okay, so everything's here. Everything's here. The infrastructure's here. The system is here. It's what's going to play out to lead this. I think this is him right here. Yep. Look, 21 years ago, he said, I could be wrong, Mark. I said, oh, you're not wrong. There you go. Look, they're going further and further. So, hey, we're just waiting for this to play out, man. And it's going to play out. So the right scenario is going to take place. I'm just skimming through right now. But the right scenario is going to take place. And then they will know that prophets have been among them. So this bet has been 22 years and counting. Okay. And if it doesn't happen by 2025, I guess he loses some money. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what's gonna happen after the election. What's gonna take place. See that? But we know at the end of the day, prophecy will be fulfilled. We're just not given a time stamp on Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, we're not given a time stamp. And since I said that, let's just end it off on Matthew's 24, and I think it's 31 or 36, just so we understand, because you could have new believers that don't understand time when it comes to Yahweh Shem Shai. We are on Yahweh Shem Shai's time, and actually we're on Yahweh's time, because even Yahweh Shai himself is waiting for the go ahead. So we're all waiting. For the right scenario. Okay, so let me just snag this for you real quick. It says Matthew 24 and 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So when Yahweh decides to have Esau push this, that's when the trial will begin for the world. This is why Revelations 3 is so important. Revelations 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, keeping this doctrine, keeping this understanding, keeping your crown, holding to this truth, not wavering, not saying, oh, it's taking too long. Maybe it's not real. Well, that's just doubt. That's just Satan. You have to understand the spiritual battle when it comes to thoughts and how Satan operates in your mind to sway you. Okay? Don't be swayed. Don't believe every thought either. You have to start learning how to master your mind and calm your brain down, especially before we enter the full swing of Jacob's trouble. Because vexation of spirit is going to be on these people like you've never seen. And they're not going to be able to handle when Satan is banging in their brain. Okay, take this. You should do that. And then remember, the heart is deceitful. The mind is deceitful. So people will actually convince themselves why they should take it. And these will be people who first said they wouldn't take it. Think about when the jump shot came. They treated life like a game and they were forced to take the jump shot. Okay, and a lot of them first said no, and then they caved in. This is what happens when a snake coils its prey, okay? It coils you, and it wants you to struggle so that you can wither away, and then that's when it devours you. See, being idle, offered to idols, all right? It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. What is this hour of temptation? Which shall come upon all the world. What? Wait a minute. What do you mean all the world? How? This is a great point. Let me prove something. Now, all right, I'm gonna get a little risky. Now it says all the world. Look at this. World. Boom. There's one. World. Right? Let's try it on. Echo. What is it? Echo. There you go. Look at that. And I see 3 6s. There you go. Okay. So he has world economy. He has world health. You get what I'm saying? So he has the world right now. Okay. He has the world right now. All right. So you can see how he's going to tempt the world because he has the manpower. He has the decrees. He has everything set ready to go to try the world. Okay. And this word try goes into testing one's virtue and faith. Let me prove that to you real quick. Then I got something else to prove to you. All right. So when you go down to this word try, I know you've heard it before, but you got to hear it again. Try, pariazo. Look, we're speaking in tongues. Pariazo, right? Now that means to try or test one's faith. So our faith, which has been a gift that's been given, we are going to have to use this gift now more than ever, okay? You have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, but now you're going to have to use that faith to step out on that water. When that flood comes in, we're going to have to be spiritually buoyant, okay? Madmen sparing none. To try one's faith, okay? Let me get this. To try one's faith, virtue, character by enticement to sin. Now, the mark itself is not sin, but taking it is a sin. Cutting in the flesh. That's another thing. You have law-abiding Israelites that push the law. Don't wear pants, sister. Where's your fringes, brother? Well, why not use this technology and articles information and say, well, we don't believe that it's the mark, but I tell you this, there's a law where you can't be cutting in the flesh. So you better not cut your flesh and allow him to put this in you. But people like General Yo Mama Hana, what he say? Go on down and let him put that in you. See that? So you got hirelings, man. You got false prophets and false shepherds out here that openly on camera told you to have something put in your body. So if they told you to do that, what are they going to tell you to do with this? See? Of temptations of the devil. Who's the devil? Esau. He's the physical counterpart of Satan. So he wants to put a digital all in you so he can say, look at my servants. See that? He wants to take the children of Israel and he wants to make them servants of him and not servants of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And immediately what comes to mind? King Antiochus. Didn't he say to leave off of our Sabbath and our high holy days and to act like them and profane the altar and the Sabbath? We're dealing with Mr. Profane here. So he wants you. He wants you to not serve Yahweh Shemel Shai. And this is how he's going to do it. By making you put a mark on you that's not the mark of the Lord. You got the mark of exemption in Ezekiel 9. Then you got the mark of Esau or the mark of the beast in Revelations 13. Which mark do you want? Well, he's going to tempt the whole world and tell you to get this. And guess how he's going to do it? He's going to do it through the idea of piercing. Wait a minute. Piercing, all digital servitude. It's all coming together. Piercing. Didn't we just go into the all Deuteronomy 15 and 17? You see that? Let's put it again. All KJV. Deuteronomy 15 and 17. There you go. See? He wants to pierce you. Okay, there it is. Look at that. I like that. See that? He's going to do. Now, modern technology has advanced this to an instrument, and this has gone smaller as so much as a grain of rice. There you go, man. So just want to do that quick lesson. Came across this a little bit ago, and I felt in my spirit I wanted to share it with you brothers and you few sincere sisters. So this is one hell of a bet. But shit, I take that bet. I hope it comes in 2025 because I want to go home. I know y'all want to go home. I want to go home. So let's keep enduring. Let's keep fighting. Keep watching and stay faithful. Okay? Stay as a faithful woman to Yahweh Shemel Shai because the groom is coming. So we need to make ourselves ready as a virgin acceptable bride. So we're just waiting to see the right scenario to play out for prophecy, but prophecy will come to pass. Now you know prophecy. You know prophecy, so now you're waiting for prophecy. So now your eye is single. See that? So we have our priorities together on a spiritual level. So continue to watch, continue to pray, stay vigilant. All right. So I'll leave it there. So I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do group well. I really hope this lesson was edifying, encouraging, exhorting, and just stay steadfast, man. You're going to have a lot of people wavering. A lot of people are going to try to get in your ear. Remember, misery loves company, and a lot of people are just demons, okay? A lot of these people are just demons, and Satan can use them to try to sway you. We can't even trust loved ones. We love them, but, the minute that connection is lost is when you notice Satan's on them, and they try to start swaying you. Remember Deuteronomy 13. Remember Luke 21. It says some of your family will even cause you to get put to death. So be aware, okay? Be aware and seek your own salvation. All right. So with that being said, shalom.